Michael Jordan on the court is a cold-blooded offensive killer who doesn't hesitate to take any shot, and it's the same when he's not on the court. Jordan is not afraid to say what he thinks or get in people's faces because he's very competitive, and at times he can be super rude. Not surprisingly, teammates and opponents have told many funny stories about how mean Jordan was. We all know Jordan played a lot of golf, and it's obvious something went down at the golf course. Michael Jordan isn't on the basketball court as much as he used to be. Since he's retired, he spends most of his time on the golf course.
MJ.
Some people would say that's where it was also in the summer of 1992. Before they destroyed the competition at the Olympics in Barcelona, the famous Dream Team was practicing in Monte Carlo. One day, Jordan was playing golf with his coach Chuck Daly. Daly knew when to stop playing when he was ahead, so he vowed to never play another round with Michael Jordan. Smart, right?
Here's Jordan. Out to Armstrong, right wing. Jordan with 6 on the shot clock. He fired.
Jordan, always the fierce competitor, would never let that happen. He wouldn't just shrug off his loss and try to win in the Olympics. The next morning, right at daybreak, Jordan called Daly's room, and when Daly didn't answer, he went straight to his room and knocked. He wouldn't leave until he got his chance to fight again. He got it, and by a long shot, he won. But that was expected, right?
3, missed it long. Rebound Lonzo. Up ahead, Zach.
This wasn't the only time he's been rude to a coach. He punched Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr told a story about how Michael Jordan wanted to assert his authority. Once, I didn't agree with him, Kerr said with a laugh. I think he hit me in the face. During a practice game at training camp, Kerr took offense to something Jordan said, and he didn't hold back from telling Jordan how he really felt. Brave from Steve, huh? It was one of the best things that ever happened to Steve Kerr. He had to stand up and fight back, and I think he earned some respect. But since then, they've been great friends. You have to prove it, and once you do, you'll be fine. Even though Kerr got punched in the nose, he didn't hold a grudge about it. Props to him. And after that, neither Kerr nor Jordan had anything bad to say about each other. In Game 6 of the 1997 NBA Finals, he didn't think twice about passing the ball to Steve Kerr. We know what happened. He calmly made the shot that won the game and the championship. Everything else is history. There's another incident that's a major part of Jordan's history, the Hall of Fame speech. This is the one story you can know for sure is true.
The forward at 6'6", 195 pounds, comes out after his junior season from North Carolina.
The Hall of Fame acceptance speech should come from the heart and be humble. It's meant to be a chance to think back on good NBA memories and thank friends and family who've helped along the way.
When he ducks over the top of people, he went left side, right-handed, and rammed it over JB. Now that's what I call demonstrative.
It seems that Michael Jordan doesn't understand the phrase supposed to be, and I'm not surprised at all. At least his speech was sincere, and with his 23-minute cringe-a-thon, Jordan let the world know what was going on in his head and how he felt, and no one was safe. Not his high school and college coaches, not 2 of his professional coaches, not his college roommate, not even his professional owner, not his professional general manager, not the man who was giving him a gift that night, and not even his kids. Yes, even his own blood. Jordan criticized almost everyone and everything in his life, even the Hall of Fame, and only had time to say thank you 6 times.
As a disconsolate Lenny Wilkins leaves the floor, and for the second time today, the visiting team.
It was Michael Jordan being himself at his best. The next one is an interesting one. Michael Jordan, or as we know him, MJ, used his smart brain on this one. He fooled Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley of the Phoenix Suns and Michael Jordan of the Chicago Bulls, 2 of the best players at the time, faced off in the 1993 NBA Finals. They were also very close friends, and in the middle of the championship series, they went golfing together. MJ's favorite hobby. The day before Game 4 of the Finals between the Bulls and the Suns, the Bulls were up 2-1. They played golf for 48 holes, and Michael gave Charles a diamond earring that cost $20,000 to wear. Yes, $20,000. Johnny, the assistant coach, asked MJ what he was thinking, and Michael replied that Charles won't get in his way for the rest of the series, and $20,000 doesn't mean much to him.
How he leaves the defensive man. Dumars was thinking that he had rotation help.
Charles thinks they're great friends, but in reality, he doesn't like the guy. He even called him a fat In Game 4, Jordan scored 55 points, and Barkley never touched him.
The other way for a floating 15-footer he hits.
Barkley sounds like he could use some new friends.
Shout out to Ernie and Kenny.
Ernie and Kenny, no shout out to Shaq?
Shout out to Shaq.
This wasn't the only time a rival was bullied by the GOAT. MJ bullied Bill Cartwright. You know it's bad news when the Bulls released one of the few teammates Jordan liked and brought in a player from a rival team. That's bad news for that player. Eric Freeman of Yahoo Sports noted, when the Bulls let Charles Oakley go and brought in Bill Cartwright, Jordan resented the loss of his friend and took it out on Cartwright. He used to call him Medical Bill and intentionally throwing impossible to handle passes at him in practice to draw attention to what he perceived to be his bad hands. That's smart in an evil way. Cartwright went on to help the Bulls win 3 championship rings with Michael Jordan, defending the paint against elite centers on opposing teams. Even though Jordan didn't want to admit it, Cartwright's bad hands were a big reason why Jordan was so successful.
Johnson, Michael on the drive, in for the right. Hesitation move, to the hoop for the right. Scoop shot, good on the reverse move.
And to my surprise, this wasn't the only instance where MJ's been rude to a teammate. He used to shoot down Rodney McCray. In the 1992-93 season, Rodney McCray was 31 years old when he joined the Chicago Bulls.
Down low, Zubats, and he had it raked away by Lonzo Ball. Oh, nice little tip.
He was a well-performing forward who had averaged 16.6 points and 8.2 rebounds in the last 3 years. He was willing to come off the bench to help the Bulls win a championship, but he was oblivious to what was about to happen next. Little did he know. Poor guy. Michael Jordan's former teammate said that MJ is the most fiercely competitive player he's ever seen. He's almost ruined Rodney McCray for us as a reserve forward. MJ used to scream in Rodney's face, calling him a loser and that he's never been good at anything. He said Rodney is so weak he can hardly put on a jumper. In the end, McCray won a championship that year, but he only played an average of 15.9 minutes per game. It was also his last year of playing. The last one might be the worst of them all.
Rosen chased by Burks. He got to the foul line, wrapped it around his great vision, and a tremendous...
Imagining ruining a career with your words. That's exactly what MJ did with Muggsy Bogues.
That their stats only go back to 1996.
Well, that's an NBA.
In 1995, after Jordan's much-hyped return to the NBA, the Bulls' first-round game was against the Charlotte Hornets. Jordan didn't hesitate to leave his mark. Johnny Bach says that when this happened, Michael Jordan was guarding Muggsy Bogues. Muggsy had the ball when the Hornets were down by 1 and had their best chance to win the game. Jordan moved away and said, "Shoot it, you midget." Guess what? Muggsy shot at it, but he wasn't even close. Inevitable, right? After a year, Muggsy told Johnny Bach that he thought that one play was the end of his career.
Whoa, Muggsy Bogues picked his pocket.
Trying to screen on him, but you can see he is going to stay up. He thought he got pushed off.
His shot never got back on track. The next year, Bogues' career began to go downhill. It's not clear if Jordan was the main reason for this or not, but I guess we will never know for sure.
The hardwood down here.
Oh, but how he read that play to steal the pass, Brent, and then pump fake the ball.
And that's that. Do you think MJ is rude, or is that part of his competitive personality? That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.